Welcome back, 5:52 right now on your Tuesday morning. Today is Earth Day, and what better way to celebrate than getting outside and working in your garden.
Here to talk about the Growing in the Mountains garden show is Tim Nichols from the Blue Ridge Horticulture Association. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Doing great. How are you? Thanks for coming in.
I appreciate you having us.
Tell us a little bit about the show.
Well, Growing in the Mountains is actually a lot of local nurseries from all around the area, from the Upstate South Carolina and North Carolina, and they actually, grow all their own products. And they'll be at the farmers market from Friday to Saturday from 9 to 5.
Okay, so
WNC Farmers Market in Asheville.
Plenty of time to get out there, a couple days. Okay, and what's good for this area? What do we like?
Well, we've got a lot of different things. We've got all different types of annuals, perennials. As you can see, a lot of hosta. One of our key featured plants that we'll have this year are Japanese maples. Our nursery, MrMaple.com or Nichols Nursery, produces the largest selection of Japanese maples in the United States. And we have over 4 different vendors that have different Japanese maples at the event as well.
And you were telling us about these Japanese maples, that even though they look, somewhat small, that they're actually older plants.
Yeah, some of these plants like this, for instance, is about a 6-year-old plant. We grow it for 2 years with rootstock, and then we graft to it. So we do all that at our nursery. And then, this here is 4 years after that. And then, another 10 years, this will be 4 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and just make that nice cascading umbrella. But there are Japanese maples that get 3 feet, and there's some that get all the way up to 35 feet.
Wow.
So there's a big diversity in Japanese maples for sure.
Okay, and I know I've got some hostas. I know they do really well. Mine are coming up now at my house. Tell us what some of these other things are, and looks like some rosemary, and what's good for our area especially.
Yeah, well, one of the great things about Growing in the Mountains is they have lots of herbs. I mean, the herb festival is the following weekend at the farmers market.
Right.
But a lot of those same vendors are actually at the Growing in the Mountains as well a week early. So if people want to come get their herbs early,
okay,
they can definitely do that. We've just got some rosemary up there. Hosta, we've got a lot of really specialty hosta nurseries.
Which is this one for folks that can't see
And
it.
what does hosta mean? I mean, for those of us
Hosta
who
is
are
a
not
wonderful
growers.
shade plant, and sometimes it can handle sun in the area. But it's a wonderful shade plant that's a foliar plant that has a lot of different beautiful foliages.
Okay.
And for people who want their vegetables as well, they can come and get tomato plants and a lot of other plants from our assortment of vendors. We have about 25 to 30 different vendors from all over the Carolinas.
Wow, okay,
Excellent.
something for everybody then, certainly. Get you ready for spring.
That's right, yeah, and don't forget, we have another Early Bird Gets the Win contest today. We are giving away 2 Japanese maple plants.
So to enter, go to facebook.com/news13. Click on the Inside News 13 tab. I know you're going to want one of these beautiful plants to put in your yard for spring. We're going to announce that winner just before 7 o'clock, so you get about an hour to get those votes in. Go ahead and do it now. Tim, thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
We're going to join you again and coming up in the next hour. Talk a little bit more about maybe what you guys want to be putting in your yards this spring. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Time now is 6:51. Today is Earth Day, and we got a really earthy guest here to celebrate the day. How about getting outside and working on your garden? And we have just the plants to do it.
That's right. Here to talk about Growin in the Mountains. It's a garden show. It's happening this weekend. We have Tim Nichols from the Blue Ridge Horticulture Association with us to talk about it. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having us.
This is going to be a big event this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be this weekend at the WNC Farmers Market, both Friday and Saturday from 8 to 5. And there's a lot of different vendors from all over the Carolinas with a lot of really great plants. And one of the plants that we'll be featured on that we're actually giving away this morning is a Japanese maple. And the one we're actually giving away is the Inabashidari, which is this lace leaf right here. It's a lace leaf Japanese maple. Grows 4 to 5 feet tall. Cascades makes that umbrella. It's one of the best red lace leaf Japanese maples for the area. It's extremely vigorous, but still dwarf in size. Can handle full sun if you need it to. Turns a bright scarlet in the fall.
We were just talking about how there are so many different varieties of Japanese maples, and you guys have a ton.
Yeah, we do the largest selection of Japanese maples in the United States. We actually graft and propagate over 1,000 different varieties.
1,000?
1,000 different varieties.
Wow.
So different colors, greens, reds, variegated with pink and white. Ones that will be 3 feet tall, all the way up to about 35 feet tall.
Now, with a name like Japanese maple, you wouldn't necessarily think this is going to thrive in western North Carolina. What makes this plant so good for our area?
Well, at MrMaple.com, which is our nursery in Nichols Nursery, we actually grow all of our own rootstocks here in western North Carolina. We graft the trees ourselves. So these trees have grown. This tree's been growing for 4 to 6 years at our nursery before we actually sell it to you.
Wow.
Here in western North Carolina, so we know it's very acclimated to the area and will do great for you.
All right, you're giving us 2 of those maples to give away. Go right now. Time's running out to the Facebook page to enter WLOS's Facebook page. And also, this weekend's event, though, we're going to have some other things aside from the trees. You said this is some examples from the other vendors.
Yeah, we've got a lot of great vegetables, some different herbs such as rosemary, and a lot of hostas. There's some different vendors that have, 200-300 different types of hosta, and a lot of other great perennials and annuals that will grow excellent in your garden. and they're grown here locally in the area, which makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun to grow your own herbs and use them, especially if you cook a lot at home. So.
All right, so you're going to find stuff at this show that's going to be perfect, that's going to do well in your backyard. It's that time of year, right? To start landscaping and thinking about these things. There's all the information. For more information, of course, WLOS.com. We're going to link you to everything you need to know. Tim, thank you so much for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having us.
And thanks for the giveaway.